All right. Welcome back to some more Bronze to GM. Random edition. When we left off, we were last in Platinum League. Plat 2. Making our way up. Do it. Let's do this. I'm going to try to put an extra emphasis on some scouting today. Let's do this. Okay. Random VZerg. Didn't see anything in the tooltip TVZ. Let's set all our stuff up. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I thought it was. I'll turn some music on. We'll place our supply depot. It's a couple seconds late. That's okay. We are going to, well, get our gas. 28 seconds. We're just going to open gas first, like normal. There we go.
Not enough minerals.
Got our barracks before the SCV on accident. That's a mistake I actually tend to make a lot, which is a very basic, simple one to not do, you know? All right. Gonna rally to the gas. Obviously not a strong start. Feel like my brain's a little mush today, so sorry about that, guys. 1 minute. We're gonna go send our scout out. Now, the general TVZ goal is to hit at power strides. The goal of this matchup is to hit at certain powerful points where, like, so 1-1, 2-2, 3-3, where you have like moments in time that you are a lot stronger. Get our orbital. I think my fingers are kind of. All right, we see that he's going hatch first. And I'm going to play Reaper this game.
Not enough minerals.
We're going to try to use it for some extra scouting since Death Aura does have a cliff into the main. Going to send an SCV over. Drop my mule and build the factory.
Not enough minerals. Not enough.
Make sure my SCVs are producing. Okay, move this Reaper across. On getting our reactor.
Not enough minerals.
Now I'm going to rally this SCV to build the second supply depot, and I'm going to shift C and then still holding shift, right click back to the mineral line. That way he'll go mine for me when he's done. I'm going to rally this next SCV to build a gas. Okay. I'm going to click a drone. You see he has some lings. I'm going to grenade and get out of here. Going to rally back to my mineral line, put my workers back. And I'm going to hold at one of the potential thirds and wait for a worker. Now we see he has an overlord here. We're going to go for the 1-1-1. Now we have our factory swapped on our reactor. I'm going to make my first set of Hellions. Then I'm going to go in with my Reaper and do some scouting.
Not enough.
Gonna rally my SCVs down to my natural now, since I have the 16th one over here. We don't see a lair yet, and there's not that many drones, which is a little bit of cause for concern, but it's okay. A Roach Warren on the way. Now, this early Roach Warren tells us that he is planning on all-inning us. So what we're going to do is we're going to build a Banshee. I wanna, yeah, I'm gonna build a bunker as well, and then we're gonna make Marines one by one and put them in there. Or you know what? Actually, I'm going to do a little improvised version. We're going to put the barracks on the reactor. We're going to go cloak Banshee. And we're going to keep these units on the side to do some counter damage. Going to switch up our situation defense. I'm going to go ahead and get another tech lab on that as well. Now, because we know this is an all-in, I'm going to go ahead and get a second bunker to be safe. I put my Reaper over here to spot when they're coming. Still no link speed. He's actually droning. So since we see drones being made, I'm going to cancel that and get my third command center. I'm going to go ahead and salvage this as well. His build doesn't make quite that much sense, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and send my Banshee across. And the factory back down. I'm going to start my extra production. I go up to 3 barracks.
Additional supply depots required.
Oh, yeah, I thought I'm pretty sure I built another depot back here, but just in case I didn't, gonna go ahead and drop that supply. Don't want to have any time not producing. Now, once the Banshee's going in the main, I'm gonna shift-click the Hellions to attack in the natural.
Research.
Shift-click some drones down with the Banshee. Okay, so a bunch of roaches at the natural. We have another Banshee. We're gonna go ahead and send this guy to the natural. One Banshee can take out a queen, so we'll let that happen. I'm gonna go ahead and build a reactor with my starport and go ahead and get my double engineering bay. Now I'm going to get 2 refineries. I'm gonna make sure I'm targeting the juicy drones. And we don't care if that dies. It's done its duty.
Not enough minerals.
Now we want to start stim and a tank. And then we're gonna get our 3rd orbital as well. Alright, we're going to get some extra drones. Now we're going to try not to lose. I clicked on the roach on accident, so it stopped moving. Now we're just going to produce, get our 1-1, and we're going to try to hit a nice timing with 1-1. See, we have extra SCVs, so we're going to go ahead and land our 3rd. Put your tank in precarious positions on high grounds. That way you help defend. Like, it's harder for them to access this tank. Leaving it up here, it still covers almost the entire natural ramp. It's a good tool. So, we see we're at 81 supply. Gonna go ahead and make a couple more depots. And we're making marauders because we saw he was going roaches. So we're going to build a couple more racks and start rallying our extra SCVs over to the 3rd. Excuse me. Gonna put this tank over here. Now, this tank over here can also help out the 3rd a little bit. We're making basically a trench line of tanks. Is kind of a good way to describe it. Now, once our 2-2 or 1-1's about halfway done, I'm gonna go ahead and grab the armory, and I put all of my unit things on the 8 hotkey. Gonna keep dropping my mules and producing. As more marines on the way. Now we see we're pretty close to getting supply blocked.
Research.
I'm gonna go ahead and drop a supply just in case. That's a changeling right there, so we're gonna kill that. I've been trying to grab that for a while now. Now we're gonna get it. Once you're playing against roaches, I think it's best to have at least two tech labs to start. We're gonna go ahead and get combat shields.
Additional supply depots required.
They just finished. Now we're gonna make 2 more. You keep these SCVs making depots the whole time. I'm gonna go ahead and start my wall over here. And now, since my 1-1's about to finish, I'm gonna go ahead and get concussive, and we are going to attack. We're already at 70 SCVs at 8 minutes. I'm gonna start my 2-2 as soon as my 1-1 finishes, and now I'm gonna go get ready to take a fort. We see roaches are coming across. We're just gonna stem, and we're gonna hold. Now we see this fight's not very optimal. We're gonna siege back here. Let our units heal.
Base is under attack.
The 2 tanks should be able to kind of carry us through, and they are. Gonna go back to defend, and we're gonna spend our money. We're gonna go ahead and get +1 for our tanks. But we see we're a little low on gas. So I'm gonna go ahead and start my extra gases. I'm gonna all army and add it to my control group because I still want to attack, but we're gonna attack with those extra units. Since I am going to attack and I don't have to do it later, I go ahead and put SCVs on the gases. I'm gonna rally my extra SCVs to my 4th and continue producing again. Start my +1 for my tanks, and at this time, I'm gonna go ahead and get my 2nd factory. We want to really ramp up that tank production because you saw how well tanks were doing against roaches. So now we put this push on, and we're building units back at home for our next follow-up push. Gonna go ahead and build some medevacs, and we're going to A move in there. See, our rallies are kind of messed up. I'm gonna try to refix those. Build a planetary at the 4th. Sim, siege, and macro. 85 SCVs, probably a little too many. I'm gonna cancel some. Get the gases, and once I'm on 4 bases, I start building my extra production. And GG. Or no GG, but GG. Wow. Promotion? Platinum 1. Augers. See, he had a lot of roaches, right? But that's the thing. Roaches are always, they're really supply heavy, and especially when they have an upgrade disadvantage, they don't give you, you don't get the value that you need. He didn't, like, look at this tiny little army spike. We were hitting at a power spike. So that's why I took that fight, because even if I just lost that fight, if I just let everything die there, I will still trade better than he will because of our upgrades. Obviously, you can't just take terrible fights, but that's the goal. You learn positioning, how to do it. This is a PvP, right? Is that what this was? A PvP. Now we're gonna rally my probe to the ramp. We can go ahead and get our wall started. Put the pylon down. Keep our probes coming. Hit them with the good luck, have fun. Always do that. Always good luck, have fun, and always GG. No GG, no skill. I'm going to chrono my worker as the pylon finishes. That way we get that worker production going more quickly. Put down the gateway, 39 seconds. Just on time, and I'm going to rally this worker to build my gas. And I'm going to rally this worker to build my next gas. Put them back on minerals. And then once these are done, as soon as I get another chrono, I'm going to put a chrono in probes. Now we're going to be the defensive PvP player. 110 is about the time I get my extra gateway. So we're going to go ahead and put that down. And we're going to put 2 in that gas and 1 in the other. We'll rally this guy out here to go ahead and make our cyber core, and then we'll put him on this gas. And then we'll be rallying into the gas geyser from here. You always want 16 on minerals perfectly. That way you maintain optimal mining. Now we're at 22 out of 23 supply. I'm going to go ahead and put my second pylon down somewhere close to my nexus. That way it's a power pylon, or a super pylon, as people call it. Keep my probes producing. Now we're going to go for the robo. We're going to play the super safe robo macro style that I would like to play. We're going to make 2 stalkers to start. Stalkers are the more defensive of the unit, I think, rather than the adept. We're going to put a pylon in the back because we're almost supply blocked again. And we're going to keep making probes. Fucking with my cords there on accident. Now we have the minerals. I'm going to go ahead and get my robo. And then the 20th probe, I like to rally down to the net. Rally these stalkers onto this probe. Way we kill it. Now I'm going to put 1 chrono into warp gate. I'm going to go for this nexus now. We'll make the stalkers do something by attacking the rocks. And I add the new nexus to my hotkey. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and make 2 more stalkers. For some safety. And our robo over here. I'm going to go ahead and make an observer to start and rally the observer across. That way we get some scouting information because we haven't scouted him yet. And we're going to put a pylon down. Let's usually put these areas up on YouTube after. Yes, ma'am. There's going to... So we have... Because of how we did it for 2 hours yesterday, I would say we have at least 3 episodes from yesterday. Or 4. And so we're going to have another episode today. So once that's done, I'm going to start an Immortal for safety. And I'm going to Chrono boost it out. As well as making a couple sentries. Scouting / defense. Guardian Shield, very good spell defensively. Now we're at 46 out of 47. I'm going to go ahead and rally my extra probes down to my natural and build another pylon. It's at this point that I'm going to go ahead and go for the Robotics Bay. That way we can work towards that Colossal. I would say Disruptor, but I would do a Disruptor at the higher leagues, but right now we're just focusing on units. You don't really have to micro and units can't move. Now we see that that's quite a few Stalkers. We're going to go ahead and put the Observer in surveillance mode by his base. We see that he is mining, though. Quite a bit. Because of how many Stalkers he has, we're going to go ahead and make a second Immortal. His double Stargate as well. So, that's okay. We got to see if he makes anything out of those Stargates. Because he doesn't seem to be producing. If he starts making Void Rays, that's an Oracle. You can see by the little shape of the unit that's in there. Go ahead and get another pylon, since we're about 8 supply away from being blocked. And I'm going to put on my gases. That's double Oracle. So I'm going to get a Forge for some cannons, and then we're going to get a Colossus. A Chrono Boost, the Robo, and get another pylon. Now, these Oracles are going to be very, very, very annoying. So we're going to go ahead and attack before he can get any ideas about using them. The Oracle just finished. So we're going to move out. Now, the reason I'm going to move out is because nothing in this army can break force fields. And we do have sentries with quite a bit of energy. I'm going to go ahead and put my shield batteries in the mineral lines. And we're going to get a cannon per line. Now, we're going to get these sentries up to the front, and we're going to force field a couple units out at a time. It's at this point I'm going to get my +1. I'm going to get another sentry back at home. Go.
I am here in the shadows.
So now we do a little force field action like that. And we get to kill his gateways. I'm going to go ahead and make my second Colossus. And some pylons. Now we're going to get a gateway or two. Once he comes up, we're going to double force field again. Keep using his buildings against him. Now, as long as we don't let the Immortals die, this is fine. So we're going to go ahead and hit the recall. One Immortal should die, I think. That's A-okay. We got a bunch of the gateway units. So at this point, we can continue getting some more. I'm gonna go. This is gonna be 5 gateways. I think I want to go up to 6. Now we have 2 options to stop Void Rays. We can either go mass Stalkers, or we can make Stargates of our own. But I think we're gonna go the Stalker route. I'm also gonna get some High Templar when I can. Next thing I'm gonna get is a Warp Prism. We have plenty of probes. More Oracles, the main. Make sure we deter them. As long as he's looking, the more he looks at them, the better it is for us. We're going to be going for a 3rd base right about now. And getting our Prism. Now we have our Prism out, so we can go ahead and make our attack. Go ahead and get the Twilight, as well as my Blink and my +2. Now this push is to kill the 3rd that he's rallying to. We see that by the probes going across with our Observer. And we're also going to start rallying to our own 3rd. I'm going to warp in some Stalkers. And make sure the shield battery dies first. I'll put a sentry or 2 down. He's doing some counter damage. We got the 3rd base, though. So, if he kills a couple workers, that's okay. We're going to get the Oracles, it looks like. And we're going to warp in some more Stalkers at our Prism. We're about to be supply blocked. Our 3rd's going to finish. I also was supposed to build 2 pylons here. Didn't do that. So I'm going to go ahead and build a couple extra. Move the prism up. We see he probably built another third up here based on that probe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit a force field wall like this, and we're going to engage these stalkers. That's a lot of void rays. We definitely should not be taking this fight. I'm going to once again recall. And then make stalkers. Just to let you guys know, I'm not gonna lose this game. As in, like, I will turn on the try hard if I think we're losing. So right now, I think his army is a tiny bit unbeatable. He's got +1 shields. We're gonna chrono our +2. And build another pylon and some more gases. Here are the void rays. Blink back what we can. Now we see the void rays starting to fall a little bit. We see him recalling. And we warp in. Okay, back to no tryharding. Sorry about that. We're just not. We don't lose in here. We're not gonna lose until someone's actually beating us. Now we're gonna go ahead and go for the 4th base. And we see that he's taking a 3rd here, so we can probably go kill that. Take the prism with us, and we're gonna break the rocks, make for some easier access, and then we're also gonna make some Templar or some Archons as well. I'm gonna go ahead and grab charge. That way we can spend our gas and our minerals with the warp-ins. There we go. First Archon on the way. We're gonna A move the base, and we're gonna put the prism right here. Transfer our extra workers from the 3rd. There's still quite a few void rays, like more than normal. They do have oh, I never got the Colossus range upgrade. I should probably get that. And I'm actually gonna make a 3rd Colossus as well, because he still is making ground forces. So once the charge is done, we're gonna start doing harassment, like sending in little zealot run-bys. And I'm going to go ahead and get a couple extra gateways. Still just massing void rays. As someone gave the memo that void rays are good, apparently. I'm not a fan of void rays if you can't tell. We're going to keep warping in stalkers. Something to combat them. And we're going to build another prism as well. Archons are also a good counter to void rays. We keep building those as well. Put on our new base. And another pylon. Our +3 is almost done, so I think we're going to hit a timing with +3. Build a couple extra pylons. That way we don't get fly blocked. There's our prism, and now we move across. Oh, we're already ready to take our 5th base. There's his void rays. We were on move command on accident. Now we walk out of prismatic alignment. We actually, well, I thought we were saving the Archon, but we saved the prism. Now we blink after him. It looks like he has flux veins with how fast they're moving. No, they're just normal move speed. So we blink under him again. Take the prism. We put him right by the stalkers. We're using that upgrade advantage. And we just keep blinking after him. At this point, I'm going to get my armor and another Colossus. And we see he has prismatic alignment, so we're going to back off until the prism gets here for some high ground vision. Well, kind of things. Get a synthetic defense.
I am the voice of the... You require my skills.
Gonna do a little bit of basic micro. Click, blink, click, blink, click, blink. Click, blink, click, blink, click, blink, click, blink. This all comes with practice. Gonna warp in some stalkers. And we're going to a move. There's an oracle. GG. Have that. Longer game. I like these episodes to be about 30 minutes, so that's probably going to be it. I went over my APM cap, but that was because of the blink micro in the middle. It's weird to see. He didn't feel like Platt. Is that weird? Like I was starting to get Smurf vibes right in the middle of that. That's interesting. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Bronze to GM series. If you did, check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/GrooveMan12. I just finished a 24-hour live stream yesterday, which is probably why I'm so sluggish today. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. All right, guys. I know it says 8 hours, but I kind of want to do a 2-parter stream today. So I kind of want to go relax.